Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's Mark. Well, I've been seeing a lot of chatter on the internet about the new price of the Classic XL, the 2021 model. It's a little confusing because Bass Pro did put out this 2021 master catalog this year. And this is the price in the catalog. Okay, that's with the 40 horse. That doesn't include prep and delivery. And then it's about $400 or $500 more if you want the 50 horse. Well, yeah, it's about $400 more. So, and I think most people, including myself, if I were to have bought one of these, I would have opted for the 50 for an additional $400. But in the last month, something happened. The pricing went to $15,545. That's with prep and delivery, but not tax included. Tax is going to get you. You're going to be over 17 grand now, which is, that's a hefty increase. I mean, would I do it now? I don't think so. With a 50 horse, you're at 15,940. You're going to be knocking on the door of 18 grand out the door for this boat. And what's changed? Not a lot. Retractable cleats. I don't know if that's worth the increase, but I'll tell you, they don't make the Pro 160 anymore, which I couldn't find on the website, so I'm assuming they nixed that. And, you know, a lot of people, when they were looking at the Classic, Heritage, Classic XL, whatnot, they opted to go with the 170 because they were readily available. They didn't have to wait. So the price on those before the increase was basically the price that the Classic XL is right now. Now those prices for the Pro 170 have increased. You got $17,545 for the 40 and $18,245 for the 50 horse, which either way you go, you're damn near 20 grand out the door. So it's regardless of how you look at it, it's a $2,500-ish more dollars to buy the Pro 170 over the Classic XL. So what do? You know, there's options now. There's other manufacturers that are close in price. Crestliner makes the 1700 Storm, which is pretty much the same boat, but it has the built-in casting deck. It kind of looks like a 170 if you look down on it. The caveat here, though, is they list them 20 to 60 horsepower is their rating, and the price shown is with a 20 horse, and that's $13,267. You're going to pay an additional $4 to $5 grand depending if you want a 40 or a 50 on there. So that's elevating that price right up to kind of above the XL, but just a notch below the 170. This boat has a couple features that those don't. It comes with a 12-gallon gas tank and a 17-gallon live well, okay? Which we all know the biggest gripe, one of the biggest gripes anyway, is the size of the live well. A lot of people have painstakingly altered their boats to have a bigger live well. You can have 4 people in the Crestliner according to the placard, whereas the Classics, you can only have 3. If somebody were to come down on you and start writing tickets, it'd be a problem. Another boat you could look at is a Low Scorpion 17. It's $13,146, and that's with the 20 horse as well. So again, $4 or $5 grand more for those motor options to equal a Classic XL. It also has room for 4 people. It has a 12-gallon gas tank and a 17-gallon live well. And you're basically in the same ballpark of pricing after all this stuff. So what would you do? I don't know. There's a ton of these boats for sale right now used, from the Heritage all the way to the 2020 Classic XL. And really good pricing. I've seen a lot of Heritages go for around $8,500. Some of them have goodies on them, some of them don't, but for $8,500, I would buy it bare bones stock and feel good about it. I just recently saw a classic model for sale for 10.5 that's got a Tarova on it, finders. People are having a hell of a time finding Tarovas right now. They're out there, but they're rare, especially a 45 inches, which ultimately, in my opinion, is perfect for this boat. The shaft size is perfect. Boy, I would look at a used one. I'd look high and low, and I'd be willing to drive to buy a used one rather than pay 15,000+ plus tax. You're going to save thousands, you know, if you want Panoptics on your boat. So you buy one used for under 10 grand. Panoptics, a 9-inch Garmin, you're into it about 2 grand. So now you're into your boat 12 grand and you have the hottest setup on the market. Now, you go and spend 17, 18 grand on one of these and then start putting those things on, you're going to be north of 20 grand in a hurry. And I don't see the value now, in my opinion. So take that for what it's worth. And, you know, that's what it is. You know, and a lot of people have also brought up, what about Vexus? Vexuses are awesome. Well, yeah, so is their price tag. If you're willing, if you have 25 grand to buy a 17-foot aluminum boat, buy a Vexus. I think if I was going to spend that kind of money, I'd buy a glass boat for sure. But Ranger, same thing. G3. I tried to look up G3 stuff. Their website's a pain. They want you to like give all your information to get a price. Basically, you're looking at, for the same thing as a Heritage with the same accoutrements, you're looking at around 22,000 for a G3. Tracker, yeah, still the cheapest one with the options between all the manufacturers, but it's gotten a lot closer to the competition in price. So it just depends on where you're at and what you want to do, but my advice is to find a used one. Anyway, I don't know if this, I don't know if you guys, what you guys think of this. Whatever you do think of it, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I read every one of them. Let's start a discussion about it and see where it goes. I'll see you guys in the future. Thank you for watching and have a great night.